found out firsthand just now exactly how easily my mother can get agitated. I was talking to her and interrupting her show, and she was getting agitated. And what I was talking about, because I was saying, if you're going to, she was saying she was going to go to the mall and get a pedicure, use the, I guess she's going to use the money that Marion gave her for her birthday, which is only $30. I'm thinking, why don't you save the cash for something else, Mom, and put the damn pedicure on your credit card? And she was talking about, she got, at Ocean State, she got a top for $3, and, because I was talking about Macy's or whatnot, just in general, and she's like, well, I don't want to pay $20 at Macy's. I'm like, she never was like that before, even when I thought she only had $10,000, we used to go to Macy's. It's not that I want her to buy clothes at Macy's. I don't want her to have that attitude. Her bills, everything is covered, more than covered as far as I'm concerned, but remember, Marion lies about that too. But my mom gets pension, Social Security, everything's covered, so she basically, is close to 70 years old, has a 401k she can access in a couple of years, and has about, say, $55,000 to her name. And I said, I don't want you to be like that sister who recently died, who wouldn't spend a penny and was afraid to spend a penny, Mom. It's not like I'm telling her to go out and buy $500 pocketbooks, but come on, when I only had $16,700, I went to Macy's. You're not poor. If you have $55,000 or so, a little more in the bank, and you have all your monthly income covers all your bills. I mean, I was paying the equivalent of rent to my mom and still shopped at Macy's. It's not that I want to force her to shop at Macy's. I hate to see her have that attitude. She's like, well, I'm gonna have to get that $1,200 crown. Go up, Mom, please. You're rich now. You don't have a car. You don't drive. You don't have to have that expensive a car. You're rich. I just don't like to see her have that attitude. And basically I said, I don't want, you can't take it with you, you can't take it with you when you die. I'm never going to die, But I saw how easily agitated I got her, and I did that. Just let me wash my okay, I did it on purpose. Now I'm not going to say a word to her, but I have to get my stuff out of here. She is so easily agitated, it's not funny. And I know the second Marion catches wind of this thing, Marion, if I can agitate my mom that easily just because I'm interrupting the show she wants to watch, imagine what Marion can do to her. And imagine I'm going to go off the deep end if for some reason my mother winds up in the hospital again and all my stuff is at her house. Can you imagine how I would go off the deep end? My top priority right now, I've got to get my stuff out of here and into storage, period. I witnessed how easily my mother could get agitated, and how I've seen her even on the phone get agitated with Marion, even when Marion knew I was visiting. You're going to wind up back in the hospital. Don't tell me I'm going to wind up. You know what I mean? If she behaves that way with the police, they're not going to care, okay? You can get, when you have a history, I've read it, I know, my mom's friends that I don't like will back me up. When you have a history, I've even read it on the internet, they will section you so easily, it's not funny if you're all agitated. They will believe a family member and they will section you because you're not speaking calmly, okay, and you have a history. I saw just now how easily my mother got agitated over something as simple as me interrupting her TV program. The minute Marion catches wind of this lawyer stuff, but my mom upsets me. My mom tells me that friend who believes my mom, she's like, Sally bought a house for her son. I was saying, how much did she put it down? Like $20,000. I'm like, yeah, Mom. All parents, especially when they're up in age, because of course Sally's around my mom's age, whatnot. They do things for their children when they have money. They know everything's going to be left to their children anyway, and they'll do things while they're there, even buy them houses, depending on how much money they have. You're just not allowed to because you're mentally ill and you can't make your own decisions. Okay. And I just found out my mom said Marion's putting down $8,000 on a house for her son. I said, yeah, Mom, again, she's allowed to do whatever she wants for her kids. Other parents are allowed to do whatever they want for their kids, but you aren't. You aren't. It's such a joke. But it doesn't matter, because if, for whatever reason, my mother winds up in the hospital for whatever reason and my stuff is here where I would have to go through Marion to access it, I'll lose my fucking mind. I have got to get my stuff into storage, period, okay? I have to think, like I said, I'm party animal now. I have to be cunning. I have to think. My stuff can't stay here. If my mother is not here, I would have no access to my stuff and I would freak out. I've got to get it out. I've got it because my mother's she's got a meeting set up with Mary. She's going to be talking to a lawyer. She just thinks that Marion will probably just back down. Marion can't be bothered with me anyway. Bullshit, Mom. Bullshit. Bullshit. She just knows she has you right where she wants you, and she's not going to have me right where she wants me, with me being a sitting duck and all my stuff here. If anything, I just witnessed how easily my mother can get agitated. If a cop saw that and with Marion, if my mom was behaving that way, my mom gets upset, and just because she really doesn't, when they know you have a history, and you're not talking calm, they're going to section you, period. Marion can say whatever. Her daughter's influencing her, she's all upset now. She wants to fight me, and her daughter, Marion can say anything. I got to get out of here. I got to get my stuff out of here. I can still visit my mom, I just won't have my stuff here, that's all. You know what I mean? I'm not going to have my stuff here. I can still come here and wash my clothes and whatnot. I just won't have my stuff here. It's going to go in storage. It has to. I have to think like an animal. I told you. I've had to think like an animal for years. For years, I've had to be cunning and think like an animal because I'm dealing with my mother's mental illness. My God, I told you. I arrived at the airport. I didn't call ahead of time. My mom was like, why didn't you call? I would have told you not to come because I feared you'd tell me not to come. No matter how big you talk, I knew something was going to go wrong. There's no fucking way I was going to get my dog. You got my hopes up, and you had paid for the flight for me and Omar, 300 something, whatever it was, for me and Omar, and you would have told me not to come, and I would have freaked out. That's why, Mom, I have to think. I'm so fucking smart. I have to think like a fucking animal. She told me. She got a call from the airport. Why didn't you call? I would have told you not to come. You can't come or you'll be arrested. You have to go to the shelter. I would have told you not to come, okay? She was already hinting around at that, and I got all upset, and then she changed her mind, whatever, because she wasn't supposed to tell the office woman, and then she decided to, and of course, Marion and the office woman are in cahoots, and Marion got it out of her when I was coming, and I would have told you not to come. You see what I've had to deal with? You see why I drink? You see why I want to die, okay? But I die, and Marion wins. You get it? I have to always think cunning. My mom thinks nothing. Even my friends out here, Marion doesn't want to get her hands dirty. She won't do anything to your stuff. Yeah, but if my mother is definitely getting a lawyer, my mom is in La La Land thinking that Marion's just going to sit back and let this happen. My stuff's here. Even if I talk to a lawyer or whatnot, my stuff is here. I can't have my stuff here, not under these circumstances where my mother thinks she could never have a relapse. I said to my therapist, my mom could have a relapse at any time. She remembers nothing about what happened. But Marion's had months to smear my name with everybody, and now the latest thing is there's someone in this park who said my mom doesn't even know her, and she said to her, oh, how's your sister doing, or whatnot, and my mom was like, I don't even know who this woman is, and she was saying I miss Angel. My mom doesn't even know her, or she doesn't remember her, I don't know, but she doesn't know her, and because she starts off with, Marion has a spy around here potentially, or she said, Marion, I found out one of Marion's spies. You don't know that she's a spy, but I can't do this. I can come visit my mom. I will not have my stuff here because the way my life's been going, something will happen to my mother when she starts fighting Marion. She just thinks Marion's just going to sit back and let Marion's had this power of. My mom's so naive, just like she says. I said, Mom, you can't take it with you. I'm not telling you. I don't do that. I wouldn't do that. You're not going to go out. I'm not telling you to go out and buy a $500 pocketbook. But come on, don't say a $20 top at Macy's is too expensive. That's what you pay for a good top. Sure, you can get a top for $3 like you did at Ocean State, but they're not as good quality, And then she's like, I don't even like the tops we got at Macy's. I'm like, I thought you loved those tops I helped you pick out at Macy's, I just don't like her having this attitude, being afraid or what if Marion better, about the crown or whatnot. It's ridiculous. Marion acts like all this money, Marion's not content with just the $53,000. No, she wants all of it. She knows she has my mother where she wants, and no way is she going to sit back like my mother seems to think and let this happen. She'll have tricks up her sleeve. She'll do something. I cannot be a sitting duck here and have my stuff here. No fucking way. I need to get my stuff into storage ASAP. End of story.